Hello, my darlings, my lovely friends. Welcome to the Witch Channel. I am your host, Foxfire Walking Stick, and today we are going to be talking about color magic. Color Magic 101. Very simple, very easy laid out so that if you've never used it before, it's going to make it real easy for you. Now, this is going to be a video that's in 3 sections. 1, we're going to be talking about what is color magic. 2, ways to use color in magic. And 3, we're going to talk about the associations for each color. So here we go. Buckle up, kids, and we're going to get started. Okay, so what is color magic? It seems pretty self-explanatory. It's just using color in your magical workings. Simply put, it is a way to make your spells, rituals, and other magical workings just really pop and amp up the power in them. That's a simple way, actually, to make sure all your spells, rituals, and all of your other magical workings are more powerful and effective. In your magical rituals and your spells, you will often use a symbol to express your intentions to a deity or the universe in general. And, well, colors are a kind of symbol because they are associated with or represent various things and ideas. That's what symbols do, is they represent certain things. And so it's a way of telling the universe or your deities using these symbols that this is what I want. This is what I'm trying to do. This is the outcome I desire. So it's a way to speak to the universe, to your deities, just like using any other symbol in magic. You can incorporate color into your rituals and spells to help communicate your ideas and desires and intentions, or even just to show reverence to the universe or your preferred deities. On a psychological level, let's see, some people believe that you can use colors and other symbolisms in ritual and spell to communicate with your own subconscious. And so, the combination of your subconscious working with your conscious will and intention, and this is at least in part what causes your magic to be successful. So, subconscious is a very powerful thing, and that's a big part of your magic. Color speaks directly to that part of your mind. So, is it science? Is it magic? Well, some people might say that magic is just science that we don't understand yet. On to section 2. Section 2. Ways to use color in magic. Now, color is generally used in magic to create or support a theme for your spells and your rituals. So when you're creating a spell, you're planning your magical act, ask yourself a couple of questions. What kind of outcome do you want to manifest? What kind of magic, spell, or ritual will work best for your purposes? And what concepts and emotions are associated with your intent or issue? What sort of theme or feel should it have? See, because it's going to support that theme. When you're thinking about these questions, is there a color or colors that comes to mind that might correspond to those themes or emotions, and accordingly would help express the desired outcome? If so, jot it down, take a little note, and figure out a way to incorporate the color into your workings. In my personal opinion, there are no hard and fast rules for magical color associations. Some color associations seem very apparent and agreeable to most people, and other associations might vary from person to person because of personal associations that they might have with the color, or perhaps the color can have multiple meanings and uses. But my dear, let me tell you, if there is any doubt in your mind, always use the one that speaks to you personally. What do you feel would work best? What color is going to speak to your purpose of your spell or your magic? What is going to hit home with you? That is the most important thing. Any spell that you use that's tailored to you is always going to be more powerful than, say, a color that you found in a book and maybe you don't feel like it really works in this particular instance, or somebody recommends you to use this color and you're just like, I don't know about this. Go with your gut. Every single time, go with your gut, because you are the battery for the spell, and so whatever color you feel is going to work the best is going to work the best. So what are some examples of different types of magic that you could use color in? Well, let's start with something that many people are familiar with, and it would be almost second nature to most of us. Candle magic. Dun da da da. Big surprise there. You use the colored candles that you think would best express the outcome that you want. You would use, a lot of people, you can use white candles or to work many different kinds of magic. Same thing with black candles, etc., etc. We'll go over that later. But different colored candles to represent the fire element of your ritual or spell. Let's see. And as a subgenre to the candle magic, you can also use colored lighters. Yes, I know many people might overlook this, but let me tell you, it's damn near just as powerful. It's a subgenre of colored candle magic, in my humble opinion. Okay, so let's see. One of my personal favorites, clothing color. Yes, your clothing is magical. So how would you use color magic in clothing colors? Well, one, you wear colors that project a vibe that you want others to perceive. It's called glamoring. At least part of glamoring. Wear colors that are associated with the day for a specific boost of power. Like Monday, Moon Day, wear lunar colors. Friday is, the color of, is Freya's day, the goddess of love and war, so reds, things like that. Things like that, boost of power. Sunday would be like golds, yellows, and things like that. You can also wear colors to induce a desired mood for yourself and others. So what kind of mood are you trying to be in? What kind of mood do you want your people who view you to be in? You can do, it's a very psychological thing. Colors can induce mood in other people and yourself. So if you're a bit depressed, maybe wearing bright neon colors might help you feel better. If you wish to appear innocent in court, you can wear light blue. Things like that. Now, let's see, what else have we got here? Wearing colored mojo bags, gree bags, or charms that match your intent. So, you can have a little colored sachet of fabric with whatever in it and wear a color that matches your intent. So what other ways can we use color magic? Yes, the all popular colored crystals and gemstones to represent the earth element in any of your magical workings. You can choose a stone that will match your intent. You can wear colored jewelry or gems or amulets that match your intent. Use colored stones to balance your chakras. So stones, colorful stones, a lot of it, the color of the stones has to do with the kind of magic they project or what kind of energy they project. Let's see, there's also chakra balancing and aura enhancement. That is a very powerful way to use color in your magic. Color bathing, using colored lights to charge certain chakras in your body and to balance those that are out of whack. That's a very helpful magical thing. You can visualize colors in energetic or meditative breathing methods. So you could visualize breathing in certain colors or breathing out certain colors. You can use a combination of these to strengthen and balance your auric field. You could also do auric color visualization, which is you're projecting what you wish others to perceive. Again, another kind of glamour. So pick a color that you want others to envision when they see you and project it. You could write in colored ink to manifest what you desire and have it match your intent. You could write sigils in symbols, affirmations, names in different colors. You can use colored paper to write on. You can do your petitions, spells, grimoire entries, yada yada, the list goes on, in different colors. And of course, any altar tool that you use can come in many colors, like your chalice, altar cloth, your bells and wands and pendulums can all be in different colors, and just basically depends on what your purpose is and your desired outcome. Ah yes, elemental magic. This is another way to use color in your magic. You use specifically colored items to evoke certain elements. You use maybe colored candles at the four corners of ritual circles to represent the different elements. Getting into some more powerful stuff here, you can use color magic to evoke, invoke, and honor deities and powerful spirits. You can use a heavy amount of color that's associated with the entity in your ritual tools, and your clothes, etc. Cosmic witchery. This is interesting. The use of colors that is associated with a certain celestial body to align with its energy. So, colors of the zodiacs, colors of the planets. What are you trying to bring here? You can use certain colors to invoke the energies of certain times and time frames. And of course, the ever popular attraction magic. So you could decorate your home in colors that you associate with what you want to manifest there. Do you want to manifest money in your house? Do some green around the place. If you're trying to attract love or romance, use pinks and reds and things like that. If you want mental clarity, whites and yellows, things of that matter. Let's see, what else? You could dress in colors that reflect that which you wish to attract to yourself or embody. And let's see, what else? There are other scientific but still very magical uses for colors, like color therapy for emotional responses and correcting skin conditions. You can sit under certain color of lights to cheer yourself up in the winter, and you can use blue light to correct acne. Red light has this lovely effect of stimulating collagen production on your skin, body, etc. And there are many different scientific ways to use color that are very magical, so enjoy that one. Now let's go ahead and get into the list of colors, and keep in mind, this is not an exhaustive list. This is a list that I just accumulated from different sources far and near across the internet. So if you can think of some different things that I'm missing, you go right ahead. These are more like guidelines, and it's open to interpretation, of course, and remember, when in doubt, go with your personal preference. So we're going to start with the basic colors. We're going to do Roy G. Biv, which is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. I'm just going to say purples at the end there. So we're going to start with the basic colors. Then we're going to go to some other colors or color schemes, stuff like pink, brown, black, white, gray, silver, rainbow, and black and white. I'm going to try and keep this brief. Here we go. So each color is going to have these types of associations if it applies to this color. So we're going to have themes, which is like an associated type of emotion, characteristic, intention, or even a type of magic. We're also going to have the elements. Western elements, Eastern elements, air, earth, fire, water, spirit, wood, and metal. These are some of the Chinese elements. We're going to have the cardinal directions it's associated with, north, south, east, west, if it's associated with any of them. We're going to have the seasons and times they're associated with, spring, summer, autumn, winter, days of the week, time of day, and holidays. Astrological, heavenly bodies, and Western zodiac signs. We'll also have deities, which will include some multicultural gods, goddesses, and other powerful spirits. Then we're going to have where we'll see the colors in nature, whether it's a greater thing or a lesser thing, like the sky and the ocean, the trees, the flowers, plants, animals, etc. Then we'll have stones, gems, and minerals. So you're going to have precious, semi-precious, polished, raw, and metals. And the chakras, which are your 7 main traditional chakras, and some additional astral body associations. Last but not least, we're going to have other things like colors that you might hear in a saying, superstitions, or other uncategorized associations. Now, I'm going to just go over this briefly. If you want to see the full list that I've written out, it is available in my blog, which I will link below in the video description. So if you want to go and take a further dive into the details of all the different color associations, feel free to go ahead and check out my blog at Witch Scroll Magazine. Until then, let's go ahead and jump right into the color red, which is a very primal color, a very powerful color. It is associated with love and romance and passion, lust, and intensity, courage, aggression, combat, war, anger, strength, power, assertion, and life, death, and danger. Its elements are fire. It's associated with the salamander elementals, and it's associated with the direction south. Its seasons and times are autumn, sunset, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Valentine's Day, Christmas, and Yule. Astrologically speaking, it's associated with the color Mars, the star Antares, the zodiac of Aries and Scorpio. Certain deities it's associated with are Ares, Aphrodite, Eros, Pele, Sekhmet. There are a few others. Check the blog. In nature, we see it in roses, in blood, in cardinal birds, hollyberries, poppies, pomegranates, apples, and the soma mushrooms. And in stones, gems, and minerals, we have rubies, garnet, red jasper, hematite, red ochre, and rust. It is associated with the root chakra, and there's a few other things like the woman in red, the red dragon. It's associated with menstruation. It's associated with prosperity in Chinese culture, and stop signs, for what that's worth. Next, moving on to the color orange. It is about energy and warmth and heat. You feel the harvest, abundance. It's good for road opening spells. It's good for breaking blockages, and it represents occult power. So the element is fire. Its cardinal direction is west. Sunset is always orange. Seasons and times: autumn, sunset, Sunday, Halloween, the Day of the Dead, Samhain. Astrologically speaking, it represents the blood moon, harvest moon, the sun, Arcturus, the star, Jupiter, Sagittarius, Leo, and Virgo. It is associated with deities like all the various solar deities. We're talking about Apollo, Ra, and different harvest deities like Ceres and Pomona. There's a few others in the blog. Let's see. In nature, we can see it in autumn leaves, pumpkins, which we all love, fire embers, marigolds, saffron, the spice, the sun, of course, tigers, monarch butterflies, citrus orange, copperhead snakes. In stones, gems, and minerals, we see it in tiger's eye, carnelian, amber, coral, fire agate, citrine, and copper. In the chakras, we know it as the color of the sacral chakra, Svadhisthana. And in other mentions, we'll say it has to do with the phoenix, warning signs, red-haired people, gingers, and also modern-day convict jumpsuits are orange. You ever notice that? All right, let's see. So moving on to the color yellow. Yellow stands for happiness, joy, positivity, energy, clarity, productivity, intelligence, ideas, inspiration, creativity, communication, travel, new beginnings, change, attention, caution, and sometimes sickness. So it depends. In the elements, we see it representing the element of air and the Chinese element of earth, and also the self elementals. The cardinal direction is east. The season and the times are springtime, Sunday, Wednesday, sunrise, dawn, and Easter. We will see it astrologically speaking as representing the sun, Mercury, and Gemini. We see it in solar deities again, Apollo, Helios, and springtime deities like Brigid, or Breed, excuse me, yeah, different ways of saying it. There's Hermes, Eostra, Oshun, and of course the Yellow Emperor. In nature, we see it in lemons and sunshine, turmeric, daffodil, corn, sunflowers, and canaries. And we will see in stones, gems, and minerals, citrine, tiger's eye, topaz, amber, and sulfur. In your chakra system, it is the solar plexus chakra, Manipura, and other terms you might think of somebody being yellow-bellied, or colors of yield sign, excuse me. Next, moving on to the color green. So when we think of green, it is like the color of nature. It is life, it is relaxation, it is plants, it is earth magic, it is money and growth and wealth and abundance, prosperity, health, rejuvenation, and fertility. In the elements, we tend to think of earth, the Chinese element of wood, and gnome elementals. Yes, those little gnomes. Cardinal directions are north. Seasons and times, I think, are spring, summer, and Thursdays. Let's see. Astrologically speaking, we have the Earth itself, Venus, Virgo, Taurus, and Pisces. Deities include the Green Man, Demeter, Freya, the Fae, Osiris, Gaia, and leprechauns. Yes, I included the little folk. And in nature, we have herbs, plants, trees and the sea. When I think of stones and gems and minerals, I think of malachite and oxidized copper. Chakras are the heart chakra, anahata. Other stuff you would think of would be lucky clovers, green lights, green rooms, which green room is usually backstage at a venue to help actors and musicians relax. It's a relaxing color. Okay, up next we have the color blue. Calmness, peace, tranquility, serenity, relaxation, healing, dreams, sometimes sadness, melancholy, weather magic, and water magic. Elements are water and undine elementals. Cardinal directions are west. Seasons and times, we think of winter, night, and Monday. Astrologically speaking, the moon, blue moons, Neptune, Pisces, Aquarius, and Libra, and Cancer, all the water signs. Deities are typically something like Krishna, Shiva, Hapi, Amun, Tlaloc, I cannot pronounce this other one, Melektos, lunar deities, and water deities. Nature, you think of oceans, rivers, sky, rain, blueberries, bluebirds, blue jays, certain morning glories, and blue herons. Stones and gems that are blue are sapphire, lapis lazuli, turquoise, angelite, kyanite, and sodalite. Let's see, what else? There is the throat chakra, which is associated with the color blue, Vishuddha. And other things I think of when I use the color blue in magic would be police or justice workings, legal matters, protection, traditional color for male children and babies, stuff like that. So, okay, moving on. Purples. So, themes of purple is royalty, spirituality, enlightenment, witchcraft, magic, manifestation, feminine power, intuition, psychic ability, divination, other worlds, and astral travel. The element is the element of spirit. The seasons and times would be evening, twilight, and autumn. Astrologically, we have Pisces, Leo, and Sagittarius. Deities would be Dionysus, Baron Criminel, Archangel Zadkiel. Nature, we see violets, iris flowers, Tyrian purple, which is a dye you make from mollusks. And your chakra, it would be your third eye, or ajna. It is indigo. And your crown chakra, which is violet colored. The stones and gems and minerals, the only one I could think of was amethyst. I'm sure there's more. In other settings, we have that a witch's door is painted purple to signify that a witch lives there. There's also Tesla, who had a violet ray machine, which was a great healing machine. Wine is purple, and there is also a pigment called Han purple, which can supposedly collapse the third dimension, but let's read about that some other time. It's just very interesting. Up next, we have the color pink. Now, pink represents girly things, delicacy, attractiveness, friendship, self-love, childlike energy, and feminine youth. Seasons and times, we think of spring, Freya's Day, which is Friday, excuse me, Valentine's Day, and astrologically, let's see, we have Venus, Taurus, and Libra. Deities would be Aphrodite, Freya, Eostre, Hebe, and Cupid. Let's see, in nature we have orchids, hibiscus, lovely flamingos, dragon fruit, grapefruit, and pink Himalayan salt. Stones, gems, and minerals. I suppose the salt would have went better under this. Rose quartz, morganite, rhodochrosite, and rhodonite. For the chakras, it's not really a conventional chakra color, but I suppose it would work for the heart. Other things you would think of would be feminine things, innocent things, friendship, flirtation, charm, youth, childhood, pregnancy, and babies. Okay, continuing on, we have the color brown, which represents grounding, stability, anchoring, the physical plane. It involves nature and rustic things. The elements that it would represent would be earth and those gnome elementals. When we think about seasons and times, we have autumn and harvest time. Astrologically speaking, we think of brown as the earth, Jupiter, Capricorn, Virgo. And when I think of deities, we have the brownie fae types, which are like a house fae. In nature, we have dirt, soil, wood, animals, roots, leather, all those earthy things. When I think of stones, gems, and minerals, we get the river stones, your typical brown river stone, chocolate opal, oh boy, Shivalingam stones, mahogany obsidian, lovely stones. Chakras, we have minor chakras on the soles of our feet. And in other magical ways, the color brown could represent sepia photography, which is like black and white, but it's brown and white. And also brown glass bottles and brown paper bags. Up next, we have the color black. And black, of course, the themes are widely varied. We have death, evil, hexing and cursing, darkness, nothingness, emptiness, night, the absence of light, necromancy and spirit communications, invisibility, binding and banishing, warding, protection, shadow work. It is also receptive and grounding. When I think of elements, it is earth, and it is also the Chinese element of water that is black. Cardinal direction would be north. Seasons and times would be winter and night. Astrologically speaking, we have Pluto, Saturn, Capricorn, Scorpio, and Chiron. Deities would be Hades, Hecate, the Morrigan, Lilith, Nyx, Anubis, and the black god of Navajo mythology. In nature, we see ravens and crows, ashes that you would get out of a fire, black widows, bats, scorpions, and the rare black rose. Stones, gems, and minerals would be coal, hematite, lodestone, which is a naturally magnetic stone, obsidian, shungite, and shilajit. Other things you would think of, magical associations with the color black would be the Egyptians saw the color black as a symbol of fertility due to the Nile consistently depositing black, fertile river silt on their crop fields. Up next, we have the color white, which has magical themes of neutrality, light, truth, healing, innocence, virginity, purity, unity, protection, clarity, cleansing, purification, angelic magic, lunar magic, and source. Elements associated with the color white are spirits and also the Chinese element of metal. Cardinal direction of white would be east or north. Seasons and times you could associate with winter, spring, Monday, and mornings. Astrologically speaking, we have the moon, the Pleiades, stars in general, and let's see, Cancer the crab and Virgo the virgin. The deities associated with the color white would be white buffalo calf woman, the Virgin Mary, and angels. In nature, we see snow, ice, doves, water herons, lilies, stars, and sycamore trees. Stones, gems, and minerals would be phosphorus, marble, calcite, and pearl. In chakras, we would see it as the astral body or the rainbow body. In other instances, we would see that it is a multi-purpose candle color for most types of magic in question. It is all colors in one. It is the source of all colors. Moving on to gray. And when you think of gray, different themes come to mind, like gray witchcraft, neutrality, balance, spell undoing, hex breaking, liminal spaces, hedge witchery, astral projection, old age, and limbo. The elements associated with gray would be the Chinese element of metal. Seasons and times would be winter, Wednesday, and rainy days. And astrologically, we have the moon, Cancer the crab, and Capricorn. Deities would be Hecate, Odin, and the Gaia. Nature would be storm clouds and ashes. Stones, gems, and minerals, we would have graphite, steel, slate, platinum, and nickel. Other things would be the in-between day, which is in December. Gray aliens, ghosts, gunmetal, and charcoal. Silver. Moving on to silver. Theme, it's very similar to gray, but not exactly. So themes, we have lunar magic, mirror magic, goddess energy, the goddess, and feminine. Elements is spirit. The season and time would be winter, Mondays, and full moons. Astrological would be the moon and stars in general. Deities would be Artemis, Diana, Luna, Selene, and lunar deities in general. Nature would be Artemisia plants, silver fox, silverfish, silver agave, and a plant called Dusty Miller. Stones, gems, and minerals would be, well, elemental silver. And other silver things would be having a silver tongue. And the astral plane, there is a silver cord during astral travel. Moving along, we have gold. And for gold, we have solar magic. It is male god energy. It is wealth. It is money, success, power, alchemy, transmutation, draconic magic, and royalty. The element would be spirit and earth. Seasons and times would be summer, high noon, harvest, and Sundays. Astrologically speaking, we have the constellation of Leo and the sun itself. Deities would be Apollo, the Anunnaki, Hades, and Saint Eligius. I can't pronounce that correctly, I'm sure. Nature is, of course, elemental gold. And let's see, same thing for stone, gems, and minerals, elemental gold, fool's eye, and tiger's eye. And other, we have the golden apple of the Hesperides, the golden apple of discord, the Midas touch, Ormus, the golden fleece, the golden child, a gold digger, and golden years. And next up we have rainbow. Rainbow magical themes would be happiness, merriment, peace, balance, promises, cooperation, acceptance, gay pride, LGBTQ community, and relationships. The element would be spirit. Seasons and time would be after storms and springtime. Astrologically speaking, we have white stars. They contain all of the colors in their spectral output. Deities would be the rainbow serpent, the rainbow crow of the Lenape tribe, leprechauns, and unicorns. In nature, we have, it is literally just the refraction of white light into its varying colors. Stones, gems, and minerals, we have angel quartz, we have peacock ore, we have opal and tourmaline, which comes in so many colors, topaz, same thing, fire agate, and bismuth, which is super cool looking. All right, up next we have chakras. There is a rainbow body, not a chakra, but it's an energetic state of the physical and astral body. So there's that. And then in other magical things, we would find the rainbow representing the flood in Christian mythology, Native American prophecy of the rainbow warriors, the rainbow bridge. LGBT subgroups have various color combinations that specify types of orientation. So there are many different rainbows in that aspect, in that sense. All right, up next we have black and white. Themes such as duality, opposites, polarity, contrast, opposition, good and evil, life and death. Elements would be earth and spirit, which is like the physical plane versus the spiritual plane. In seasons and times, we have winter and day and night. And astrologically speaking, Gemini, Libra, and the night sky is black and white. Deities associated with black and white would be Lucifer, Janus, and Hebai Wushang. Nature, we have ashes, zebras, skunks, pandas, penguins, killer whales, and white tigers. Stones, gems, and minerals, we have snowflake obsidian, Dalmatian jasper, chrysanthemum stone, and marble. In other magical connotations, we use black and white. We see it in yin-yang symbols. We see it in Freemasonry symbols. We see it as like twins. Black and white photography, newspapers, old school jail convict outfits, the black and white stripes. The saying, it's black and white, i.e. it's plain, it's clear, it's well defined. We also have dice, dominoes, and piano keys. So I think that pretty well covers all of the different colors and the ways that you could use them in your own personal magical workings. So now you have a basic understanding of color magic, and your spell work and your rituals should be really amped up, really greatly enhanced. You might even have some ideas of your own to use it in a unique way to manifest your will into reality. So feel free to share any unique methods that you might have with the community in the comments below. Any additional wisdom or personal perspectives are welcome and appreciated. Thank you very much. Be sure to follow Foxfire Walking Stick, The Witch Channel, and Witch Scroll Magazine on social media for more witchy wisdom and magical musings. Like, share, and subscribe. Blessed be. Thanks. Bye, guys.